Hello and welcome everybody to Camden County College Cougar Esports. I will be your host this evening. My name is Sean Dwyer. I'm the esports director here at the college, but I will also be your shoutcaster, your technical director, observer today. So all complaints can lead right to me. Totally fine to do that. So we have a great game of Overwatch here coming up here in just a few moments. It will be your Camden County College Cougars up against Grand Valley State, the Lakers. So let's set the scene a little bit as we get ready to go in. Number one, both teams 2-1 on the season here. And these are important games as we kind of come up to the mid-season point. We'll start to really understand a little bit more about these teams as they get ready to go into the home stretch here. Both teams vying for position. I should also point out both teams were 2-0 going into last week, both dropping their games. So clearly trying to prevent a losing streak are both the Lakers and the Cougars. Clearly very important, and we'll see how it goes. I think that just to point out, the Lakers did lose to John Brown University, which is a team that the Cougars beat. That doesn't mean anything at all. The fact of the matter is, I think all of these teams in this league are relatively competitive at this point. But I mean, that might give us some insight into maybe the Cougars at least you would assume are the favorites in this one. But both teams critically need this game to prevent that losing streak. This is not the time that you want to start going to 2-2. Again, about at that midway point in what is a relatively short 7-week season. So every win matters. Every loss is felt dearly. So everybody, we will next time we chat, we will be heading into game. The lobby's just getting set up now. So we will see you in just a couple of minutes. Camden County College Cougars up against Grand Valley State, the Lakers. See you soon.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
All right, everybody, welcome back to what is week number 4 of this very short, well, again, I should say relatively short NSL varsity season. Like we talked about, both squads here at Camden County College and Grand Valley State 2-1, evenly matched, we would think, but we'll see how it goes. On the left side of your screen, it'll be the Cougars in Cougar Blue. On the right, the Lakers of Grand Valley State University. On the red side, it will be Control Point on Lijiang Tower to start things off. So in the early fights here, nobody yet falling. And as we say that, Mejia getting us all started. Skull Kid goes down. Goes down swinging. The control point will go the way of Camden County College, at least our start. And here comes Genjank, who, by the way, is playing tank. A slight roles swap here, and he's gone absolutely wild on the Doomfist for 3. It will be Tuca, typically playing tank for the Cougars, playing the Lucio. So maybe a slight wrinkle, or maybe this is just a Doomfist composition for them. And Genjank almost has that Doomfist ultimate. It's going to be a flank off to the side. They don't see him. He finds one, and he might find another with this kill. No, it will be the Mei going into the ice block, and Genjank is just a fiend right now. Taller Tech dropping DPS player off the board. Now Genjank does go down, so it will be the Lakers trading it back. And it might be the Cougars overextending just a little bit here. Tuca gonna have to back up. Slat and Mejia trying to stay alive. Mejia and Slat both go down. Tuca does stay alive, and now Genjank is back here. The Lakers looking to take this point. Genjank having to run away to try and save their life. Will do so, but just barely. Slat now back into it. The Cougars have decided to group back up, and now the damage from Not Manify is coming out. A lot of ultimates, 4 out of 5 available for both squads. And here goes Tuca going very aggressive, goes ahead, uses the Lucio ultimate. But it will be Taller Tech bouncing right back. Genjank is on the point. The Lakers lost him for a moment. And now the control point will stay on the side of Grand Valley. So the Cougars were, definitely had some comfort. A few ultimates, actually 4 ultimates used for the Cougars, or excuse me, for the Lakers. Now Genjank gonna have to use an ultimate here on Doomfist. Does trade 1 for 1. Mercy Main goes down swinging. 4 versus 4 in this extended team fight now. 60% and counting on this really all-important, really round 1. Just to remind everybody, it is a best of 5 in terms of this, in terms of the map. And that's the kind of pick that they needed to find. Genjank not able to get the kill, but here we go. The kills are coming at 3 for 1. Only Tuca falling on the Ana. The Bastion ultimate from Not Manify is available. It is the only ultimate available at this time for either squad. And now the Cougars with control here. Miner goes low. Genjank even lower. He'll pay the iron price. And here we go. It looks like the Lakers will be in control here. Manify has ultimate, probably not willing to use it just yet. And it'll be a clean sweep, about to hit 90% on the control point. And the Lakers looking to just get some space. Genjank is pushed away from his team. He's going to have to get aggressive. At least he will pull the Lakers back, but he may pay a price for his aggression. He won't. He makes it back, and now is overtime. And this is the team fight that we need to be watching here. Where will the kills come? Mejia goes down. And I think it will be Grand Valley State taking round number 1. The Cougars not able to make it back. It looked like the Cougars were going to be in the driver's seat for most of that one. In the early goings, the first couple of minutes definitely went their way. But ultimately, a round loss. So what will happen here now? Of course, Genjank will stay on the tank. Now thinking about the Reinhardt here on round 2. So the Cougars going to have to get to work here now. I mean, and Genjang was definitely comfortable on that Doomfist, and now there's the Symmetra teleporter giving GSVU pole position. Damage being dealt by both of these squads. The Lucio for GSVU goes low. Doesn't go down though. Miner is down now. And it'll be a 5v4. Most of the Cougars super healthy. And just like we saw in round one, the Cougars look to win this rather decisively. But GSVU still is in this one. And I think finally now the Cougars will be able to get this spot here. And there goes Genjang, a pin onto Skull Kid. Now the script seems awfully similar from round number one. The Cougars with that decisive opening teamfight win. They're hoping that it doesn't. That's the only similarity between rounds 1 and 2. Mia here in the back, just trying to get some snipe damage. Wow! We saw a triple kill there for the Cougars, and now Genjang knows it's time to press the go button. That's exactly what Camden County needed to bounce back in this one, but they still have a couple of team fights to win, 2 to 3 of them. As a matter of fact, to be able to take round number 2 and send us to round 3. GSVU gonna take this flanking position again. No ultimates available. The Orisa and Lucio getting ready to have theirs, as is the Mei. 3 of them available for Camden County. And the support players for the Cougars keeping their team alive in this one. And the GSVU is just looking for something. I'm not sure what they're going to find. It's going to be the Lucio ultimate. The Lucio ultimate also being used on the side of the Cougars to try and mitigate some of this aggression. The Mei ultimate being used, and Stefanola is down, as is Miner, and the Cougars look to win this team fight rather decisively. Mercy Main on the run. A team kill maybe. Maybe not quite. Taller Tech may have gotten just up in time. 93%, and now the Cougars look to get aggressive. Not allowing GSVU onto the point. The ball is out, and Skull Kid, unfortunately, isn't able to make it, and I think that will spell doom. And not Doom Fist, mind you, but it will spell doom for GSVU. Mejia, though, a little bit aggressive, has to use the ice block to get healthy. Now GSVU does have Skull Kid here on the point, on the ball. Very annoying. But with that Mei slow, I think that's going to be all they wrote. Round 2, the Cougars, who honestly felt very comfortable in round 1, able to take round 2, secure it, to take us to round number 3. Frankly, I was surprised that the Lakers were able to bounce back in round 1, but I mean, it's been the story of this season. We have seen so many close Overwatch games, which, listen, I'm about. Close rounds, close matches, close maps. That's what we like to see here. We like to see some close rounds that end in Cougar wins. It's at the identical composition here for the Cougars. We see GSVU swapping a number of different characters out. We do see that Symmetra, which has been preferred by a number of the Cougars' opponents here. Genjang caught by surprise on his back foot there, and it will be that decisive teamfight win now for the Lakers. The support players for Camden County trying to keep themselves alive. So the control point goes over to GSVU. So the Cougars looking to find an entry point, trying to find something. Genjang goes a little bit aggressive. Exchanging blows with Skull Kid. And there comes the pin! Gets aggressive, Tuca pops the ultimate, and they're Willie 2 down! Taller Tech and Mercy Main. And here's Manify, he's found the Symmetra. And the damage from his team is there. The Cougars bouncing right back. Now, will there be any sort of swaps here on the part of GSVU? It doesn't look like it. And there's the teleporter. It does have Reinhardt available, but it was going to be Genjank that was ready for it. Does go down. It was the Taller Tech Junkrat ultimate that's going to pull this one out. Potentially Mejia now raining down a hail of bullets. Slat still here to keep his damage dealer alive, at least for now. But it will only be for that brief moment. Taller Tech goes off the side. Genjank is alive. Super aggressive. Manify on the point. Not able to stay alive. %70 and counting. The Cougars can afford to lose maybe 1 or 2 more team fights. And here is that ultimate coming from Mejia. Not finding any. May have been the Reinhardt shield that ate it. Taller Tech with the kill to Mejia. And here is Genjank just trading blows. Does get Stefanola down, which could be pretty huge. Also has Reinhardt ult available. And he's just swinging for the fences. He goes aggressive, not Manify. On the soldier, gonna clean it up. My goodness. Exactly when the Cougars needed to see it. Now, if we look at the ultimate economy, it will be 2 to 1. Reinhardt ultimate for Genjank is available. Slat starting to get his. And that is a great flanking Reinhardt ultimate, but does get, it looked like possibly bounced away by the Lucio. So a great retaliation. And I think that will be GSVU taking map 1 unless something heroic should happen. No, that will be it. Map number 1 in the books. GSVU proving that they very much belong here. That 2-1 record, not a joke. And it will be Genjank taking the play of the game, but it was the Lakers taking the win, the map 1 win, setting the tone in this one. So we will let the teams reorient themselves, and we'll be back with map number 2. So stay tuned. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to Camden County College Cougar Esports. Just to set the scene, what did we just see last game? We saw the Lakers from Grand Valley State University taking it to the Cougars. And really, I mean, it was an amazing game by both squads, honestly. We saw haymakers happen in rounds 1, 2, and 3. But at the end of the day, what really matters is that the Lakers have a map 1, a 1-0 lead in a best-of-5 set against the Cougars. So the Cougars will need to bounce back in this one. So as it was in last game, it will be Camden County College on the left-hand side of your screen in Cougar Blue. It will be the Lakers from Grand Valley State University on the right-hand side of your screen with a 1-0 lead on the Cougars in red. So Camden County is going to start off on the defensive, which is I think what most teams like to do. But I mean, listen, I think there's something to be said about starting on attack as well. As you know, at the end of the day, it is something where you can, you can set the tone. You can set the tone. There's not a lot of pressure. But here we go, GVSU, making some moves here, and now it'll be Genjank who's going to have to get healed up. And a lot of damage is being dealt. Genjank with a kill, but it will be just a rout. The Lakers taking that control point with ease. Well, I mean, you can at least say that this matchup between the teams is volatile because we saw a few times where it looked like either of these teams were outclassing the other. So, kind of odd to see that, honestly. I mean, as we see that, and as we mentioned that, it's going to be an opening team fight kill for Genjank and company. The Lakers wisely pull back here. Not willing to commit to that team fight with an odd man advantage, and now they have it back, and it's Mejia with a kill. The Reinhardt ultimate definitely was eaten there by Skull Kid. An extended trade, 1 for 1. But now the trades are not favoring the Cougars. Manify here, gonna get damage boosted by Tuca. Does have ultimate available. Symmetra gonna get right on top of him. And Tuca had to reposition, I believe. So what could have been devastating for Camden County ends up being reasonably okay. I mean, they are holding the line. Genjank playing so aggressive on this Reinhardt. Oh, we just missed it. Genjank getting stunned by the Reinhardt ultimate. Does have his to play with. Manify here off to the side on the ramparts. Does good damage, but it won't be enough. And now the Lakers from GVSU are very much in the driver's seat. Momentum on their side. 3 ultimates available for both squads. Taking a look at that ultimate economy. So Manify is going to try and get this ultimate off here. Taller Tech with a retaliatory ultimate and a messy team fight. Only Genjank alive. It's going to be a 4 for 4. But Genjank has smelling blood in the water. It will be a solo ultimate. But probably worth it. Probably worth it. The Cougars invested all of their ultimates into that team fight. And Genjank is so low, so far out in front. And Skull Kid, there he goes. We've seen it before. Goes aggressive. No kills yet, and then Manify going down. A 5 versus 4 in this extended team fight. Slat in a dangerous position. The Cougars are going to give this point up, almost certainly.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Genjank out in front. He is the spear tip for his squad. Holding this position. Kiriko popping their ultimate, and they're getting aggressive, as does the Lucio. It's just gonna be ultimate layered after ultimate. Genjank trying to buy his squad some time. And wow, how volatile is this one? Tuka is on the point here. It will be support versus support. Goes low, goes down.
Will be forged in conflict.
And now the Cougars are gonna have to play near perfect here. A lot of damage dealt, but nobody from the Lakers side is down just yet. It's going to be Manify that's going to drop first. The Doomfist ultimate committed just to get out of danger. As was the May ultimate, I believe, doesn't find anything. So, I mean, if you're the Lakers, you're going to be happy with that. You're going to be absolutely happy with that. That ultimates are used, and now Symmetra going to get an ultimate down on the backside here. Kenjake able to trade one back. That's all it would be so far. And now it would be Manify using the Bastion ultimate, not finding anything. The Reinhardt being able to shut that down. And now odd man advantage. Tuka goes aggressive. And I think that will be it. Of course, map 1 not done, but the Cougars will need to hold serve here.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
They didn't look all that comfortable, did Camden County?
Initiating match.
So they're going to have to get to work here. Let's take a step back for just a moment to talk about what we've seen thus far. I mean, volatile game, probably the most volatile I've seen. I mean, these team fights, they're not really close in either direction. It's clearly been Grand Valley that's had the advantage thus far. But early on in map 1, it looked like it might be the Cougars with a huge advantage.
Good leadership makes all the difference. Damage intensified. Thanks for the assist.
You were one of Anubis's jailers. You should have destroyed it.
That is not what I would have expected you to say.
Of course not. You humans love your assumptions.
5, 4,
Without fear.
So it will be Camden County College now on the offensive. We'll see. Will they be as comfortable? They certainly have plenty of time. But the Lakers not willing to give up that same position that the Cougars gave up on the defensive. It'll be a Pocket Mercy and Farah combination. Manify and Tuka going to be dealing some major DPS, and Genjank going to swap to the Diva, which I don't believe we've seen much of this season from either the opponents or from the Cougars. And it was so close to a kill for Genjank. Tuka going to get the revive off onto Mejia. But now Manify will fall. And thus far, the Cougars just struggling to find an inroad. It is early, of course. They've lost sight of Genjank, who's going to be disruptive here, but he's not going to be able to find a kill just yet. And And while the Cougars have been able to find some space here, they haven't yet been able to find a kill. And Miner is going to use this Bastion ultimate to great effect as both damage dealers for the Cougars will drop. And here's Genjang, who has been able to stay alive, and now it's going to be the Lakers taking space. Not willing to overextend, however, Slat rejoining his squad. 3 ultimates to 3 ultimates. When we look at the ult economy, Skull Kid with that Reinhardt almost has his. Tuka deciding to commit the ultimate, but Taller Tech responding in kind, finding 2 the damage dealers again off the board for Camden County. And the Cougars just not able to find anything yet. Genjang finally finding an opportunity. Taller Tech going down, and that might just be what the Cougars needed, what the doctor ordered. But the Cougars, unfortunately, running into an absolute buzzsaw. Genjang is alive. He is possibly behind enemy lines. He is not. Almost finds enough damage onto Skull Kid, but the damage is just not enough. "45 seconds and counting." Taller Tech goes down as early in this final team fight, which might be exactly what the Cougars needed. Here's not Manify off to the side. But Miner finding the kills. Manify and Genjang in desperation modes now. They do have control somewhat for this control point. But not Manify is down, and the control point is no longer in control of the Cougars. And only 10 seconds remaining. Genjang and company going to have to get on to the point. Tuka has made it, but I think he will be brushed aside. I believe this will be map number 2 for the Lakers of Grand Valley State University, putting the Cougars on their back foot. Genjang not willing to say goodnight just yet. He does have some reinforcements, so the Cougars may have life here, trying to dig this one out, but it wasn't meant to be. Map 2 going to the Lakers of Grand Valley State. The Cougars a bit defanged thus far in this one. So a good use of the Bastion ultimate will seize play of the game honors. So we will take a moment, everybody. Grand Valley up 2 maps to 0. The Cougars gonna need a reverse sweep to pull this one out. So we'll take a brief moment, we'll pause, and we'll come back with map number 3. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to Camden County College Cougar Esports. We have map number 3 ready to get started between these squads. It will be Camden County College, your Cougars, against Grand Valley State University, the Lakers. The Lakers, of course, winning maps 1 and 2 to take us to this, what could be the final map of the night, map number 3. And we'll swap here to the game to see what's going on. So this will be a flashpoint map, which we've seen the Cougars actually thrive on in the first couple of weeks. And we see some role swaps happening. It'll be Tuka on his more classic position that we've seen on the tank, and Genjank swapping over to that Genji, his namesake. So the first flashpoint is available. Mejia just getting some heals down, keeping Tuka alive, but just barely. And it will be Skull Kid getting aggressive, gonna get the pin, will Tuka, but he won't get the kill. Mejia goes low too, and with that tank down, the Cougars are gonna have to rethink this one. So flashpoint number 1 right now in control of the Lakers. Tuka switching here to the Junker Queen. This is a bit of a rock, paper, scissors, maybe favoring the advantage, favoring the matchup against the Zarya. And I'm not sure what we saw there. It was the Symmetra ultimate being used, I believe, possibly, or maybe it was just some aggression from the Lakers. The Dragon becomes you. You know we have to take a look and see what Genji can do. He'll find a total of 3. I think 1 was before the ultimate. Skull Kid going to... I think that was an unwise use of the ultimate by Skull Kid. Maybe a fat finger situation there. But nonetheless, the Cougars with that teamfight win, and they needed it. Exactly, they need to start feeling good. They need to find things to feel good about. Oh, and not Manify here, off to the side. Slack goes low, doesn't go down. And a trade 1-for-1 damage for support. And a lot of ultimates being used. Taller Tech getting the best maybe of the Cougar damage dealers. Does go down, pays the price. Tuka is still alive here on the flashpoint. As is Mejia, but now Mejia is down. And overtime, this first flashpoint, it looks like it's going to go to the Lakers of Grand Valley. I mean, listen, again, a volatile matchup. The Lakers are getting most of these tight wins, but these team fights could go a lot of different ways. There's no doubt about it. Looking at the old economy, it will be 2. It will be the May and Kiriko with ultimate available, not Manify with that huge playmaking ultimate on the Reaper. He's got 1 in the chamber. May uses ultimate, does die in the process. Genjank has slipped the net. He has found a pair. And that might just keep the Cougars in this one. The flashpoint is going to be available, or excuse me, is going to be captured by Grand Valley. But quickly changes hands, and Genjank, once Skull Kid smells the blood, and Tuka backing him up. finding that one. And like we said, I mean, this is a volatile game. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, we like to see it. I mean, we just want to see some more Cougars wins here. And here we go. It will be the Lakers moving as a unit here. Forming up. Kiriko gonna drop the ultimate. And here goes Genjang staying alive. And the tip here. Taller Tech goes down. And not Matterfy pulling the trigger at the right time. Finds two. Genjang cleaning it up. And it is a decisive blow in that team fight. The Cougars looking to take some space here. Skull Kid probably you would think would have wanted to die with their team. And this flashpoint is going to go to Camden County. They are on the board now in this one.
Next flashpoint ruins.
And now I like the team play that we've seen from Grand Valley. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They are moving together, flocking like birds. Birds migrating south for the winter. And it's been some individual play from Camden County that has been able to keep them not only in it, but very much alive here in map number 3. Genjang has been found. He's going to have to get out of Dodge. And Slat going down. Mejia popping ultimate. I don't think we got the audio cue, but Genjang did pop ult as well. And it will be 2. And the Cougars looking to take this flashpoint. At least the opening round, the opening salvo going their way here on flashpoint number 3. And now momentum very much on their side. But if we take a look, Miner and Taller Tech still or now have ultimates available, likely to try and layer those. May will set them up. Reaper to knock them down, perhaps. Genjang goes so very low, but Slat is able to take him to safety, which will be huge. But only the supports now left alive. And Mejia gonna pop this res. Probably actually good that didn't get off there, I'm gonna be honest. Now, if you're the Lakers, you did exactly what you needed to do. You invested ultimates into that team fight. You got the flashpoint. But it was costly. I mean, it was a lot of ultimates. Now they're gonna have to use this strong positioning. It will be Tuca caught out here, but brought back to safety. Slat keeping his team alive. Skullgood going to invest another ultimate, and that'll be 2. And now make it 3. Genjang alive. The Lakers just using their ultimates very well. Both damage dealers looking to make a play. The electric check mark next to them, next to their names. Genjang gonna have to stay healthy to start, but Tuca goes down early, and that could be costly, as does Mattify, and Mejia drop on the backside of the fight. And now it'll just be Slat and Genjang to try and keep this one alive, but Genjang won't even get to use his ultimate. Flashpoint number 2 has gone down. And now it's really time. The Cougars need to get to work, need to find more life, more. They haven't felt comfortable, have the Cougars, at least from what I can see, at all in this match, outside of maybe early map 1. Tuca getting one. Taller Tech trying to trade right back here. Does find a pair and now an extended 2-for-2 trade. No, I take it back. Taller Tech able to stay alive for long enough to deal that damage. The pesky May and pesky Reaper staying alive. And Tuca swapping over to the Reinhardt, a little bit more of a comfort pick for him. And Genjank switching to the Hanzo as well. So maybe wanting to play this rock, paper, scissors game are the Cougars. Well, the May wall is used. Fortunately for Camden County, does not find anyone. Matuka going down again early is res, so that is critical. But I don't think the Cougars have much of a fight left in this one, at least on this team fight. Wait a minute, there's a little bit of something happening here. Manify just trying to buy time for his squad, and it will only be just that, 88% on this flashpoint, and this would be the map. So Mejia gonna have to touch this point. Goes down early, and so now, not Manify is gonna have to use this ultimate. Tuca invests the Reinhardt ultimate, does not find one. And there's not Manify trying a desperation move here. It's Genjank left alive, but I don't think that will be enough, and it will be the map and the match going to Grand Valley State. In what I honestly will say is a surprising result. Not necessarily their win, but it was decisive. I mean, they were the better team here in this particular week. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And we have to give credit where credit is due. So Grand Valley State University, the Lakers winning 3-0, a sweep of what has been a very, very competitive and scrappy Camden County team. So they will certainly revisit things. There is a bye week next week in Overwatch, just a heads up to anybody who might be looking for Overwatch coverage. So we will see it in a couple of weeks. We will get back to it. The Cougars looking to get back on the winning side of things at that point. So thank you all for watching. As always, I want to make sure I identify what you're watching. This is, of course, Camden County College Cougar Esports. My name is Sean Dwyer. I'm the Esports Director here at Camden County College. We want individuals who want to get involved in competition. We want individuals who want to get involved in the production aspects as well. So please, if you're a student, you're a prospective student, please reach out. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. And if you're not a prospective student, or even if you are and you haven't followed the stream, go ahead and do that. It helps the program, helps the students most importantly. So please go ahead and follow the stream and reward everybody here from Grand Valley as well and Camden County for their hard work and their dedication to the season. So I will sign off with that. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow night, Valorant, 7 p.m. on this channel. It will be more varsity action in the NACE Star League. So we'll see you then. Everyone have a great night. Take care.